Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily if you're new here. Today we're going to be hopping into a mellow flow. I am very sore from the weekend. We did a lot of workshops with a very good friend of mine in the studio and we got pushed and I am feeling it. So I'm not feeling in the mood for something super high intensity today. So if you're in that same boat with me, it's going to feel really good, really stretchy, but still flowy, and you should still build up some heat and you'll feel so much better after the flow than you do right now. If you're recovering from a cold, it's flu season right now, so that might also be the case. Yeah, basically just a slightly more mellow flow today, moving at a slower pace, moving through honey. Yeah. So if that sounds good, let's hop on the mat. We're going to make our way into a child's pose, releasing the forehead down on the floor. And let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth, let it go. And again, deep breath in. Exhale to release. And just find some little movement side to side in the hips. Moving with the breath. And we're slowly going to make our way to tabletop with a rounded back. As you inhale, drop the belly, pull the chest open. And then let's take some barrel rolls, so rounding the spine in one direction. Inhaling as you open up the chest, the head can follow, or you can just keep your head hanging low. And let's do one more in this direction. And then switch directions. Let's come back through center. On your next inhale, right arm reaches up towards the sky. Circle out your right wrist. Switch directions of the circles. And then breathing out, thread the needle. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, thread the needle. Let's drop the right shoulder, right side of the head. Left arm reaches forward. And extend your right leg back. Hold for 3. It's a little bit of a challenge in your balance here for 2. And 1. Bring your left hand underneath the left shoulder. Keep your right leg as it is. Push into the left hand. Right arm reaches up. And then let's stretch the right arm over the right ear. And then breathing in, both arms reach up towards the sky. Turn your right toes so they point towards the back of the mat. Think of baby side angle pose, right fingertips on the inside of the right foot. And then let's move between those two. So left hand finds the top of the mat, right arm reaches over the right ear. And then baby side angle pose to the back of the mat. 2 more times. Left hand to the top of the mat. Baby side angle pose to the back of the mat. Left hand to the top of the mat. Now both arms reach up towards the sky. And then let's come into gate pose, bringing both hands down on the mat underneath your shoulders. Tuck the left toes, walk your hands forward, and bring the forehead down to the mat for 5. As you breathe in, lift the chest, walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Walk both hands to the top of the mat. And then let's keep the right leg behind us. Cross your right leg behind the left. Push into your right hand, look over left shoulder. As you breathe in, gaze forward. Right foot steps outside the right hand. Drop the hips, so pull them forward and down. Right arm reaches up to the sky, bend the right elbow, right hand holds the back of the head. As you exhale, right elbow touches the floor for 3. Inhale, open. Exhale for 2. Inhale, open. Exhale for 1. Inhale, open, reach your right arm back, bend the left knee, see if you can catch the top of the left foot. Gently pulling that left leg a little closer, opening up the chest a little more. And then slowly release, tuck your left toes, right hand comes underneath the right shoulder, lift your left knee. Start to move in any direction that feels good. So maybe moving back and forth or side to side, wiggling in the hips, whatever feels nice. Staying really attentive to your breath. And then let's keep the right leg straight, extended pyramid. Maybe walk your hands off the mat to the right. So you're stretching out the left side body a little bit more. 3 more breaths here. And then walk your hands all the way over to the left and to the back of the mat, Skandasana, side lunge. As you breathe out, we sit down. Bring your left foot on the inner right thigh, Janushasana, reach the arms above the head. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Keep pushing your left knee down so that you feel the stretch in the left side body a little bit more. Keep squeezing navel in. And then breathing in, let's lift the chest. And we're going to stay sitting at the back of the mat. Cross your right ankle over the left. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Now let's swoop both arms forward. Side bend to the left. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, hands to the heart space. One more time on the other side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Side bend to the left. Swoop both arms forward. Side bend to the right. Come back up through center. Keep your arms in the air. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Open up the heart. Breathe in. Exhale, chin into chest. Let's try to bring the crown of the head down towards the mat and lift your arms away from your back for 5. And slowly, let's rise back up. Release the bind of the hands. Roll over the shins, tabletop. And any movement that feels good here, maybe cat and cow, maybe just moving in any direction that you want. And let's come back to a neutral spine. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. Circle your left wrist in one direction and the other. And then let's thread the needle. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, thread the needle. Drop your left shoulder, left side of the head. Right arm reaches forward. And try to extend your left leg back. Hold. Now only the right hand comes underneath the right shoulder. Push into your right hand, left arm reaches up. And let's reach left arm over the left ear to stretch. As you breathe in, both arms reach up towards the sky. Point your left toes to the back of the mat. Baby side angle pose. And really squeezing the glutes here, pressing the hips slightly forward. And then let's move between those two. So right hand to the top of the mat, left arm reaches over left ear. And then baby side angle to the back of the mat. Right hand to the top of the mat. Moving at your own rhythm here. Baby side angle to the back. Right hand to the top of the mat. Now both arms reach up towards the sky. Gate pose, tuck the right toes, bring your hands down. Walk them forward, bring the forehead to the mat, send the hips back and up. For 5. Keep lengthening your spine. 4. And now walk the hands underneath the shoulders once again, lift the chest, and then let's walk the hands to the top of the mat. Left leg crosses behind the right, push into your left hand, look over right shoulder. And breathing in, gaze forward, left foot steps on the outside of the left hand. Let's pull the hips forward, left arm reaches up, and then bend your left elbow. Inhale here, exhale, elbow tries to tap the floor as close as you can for 3. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. Inhale, open, reach your left arm back. Let's bend the right knee, catch the top of the right foot. Two more breaths here, trying to go a little deeper into the shape. Slowly release. Let's bring the left hand underneath the left shoulder, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, and just start to move in any way that feels good. So maybe straightening the left leg, maybe keeping it bent and just circling into the hips, whatever feels nice. Now let's keep that left leg straight. You can either stay there or walk your hands to the left side of your mat, getting a little bit more of a stretch in the right side body. From here, we're going to walk the hands all the way over to the right, coming into Skandasana to the back of the mat, side lunge. As you breathe out, sit down. Janushirshasana, right foot on the inner left thigh. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over left leg. And breathing in, let's lift the chest. Once again, cross the shins, so we're sitting cross-legged at the back of the mat. Hold onto your knees for seated cat and cow. Inhale, open up the chest, pulling your shoulder blades together. Exhale, let's round, protract the shoulders, chin into chest. Inhale to pull the shoulder blades together, gaze up. Exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, lean back. 2 more, inhale. And last one. Let's come back to a neutral spine. Roll over your shins, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, hips to the heels. Come into high plank. Bend the knees, drop them down on the mat, pull the hips back towards your heels, and then come back to downward facing dog. So you can do that dropping the knees on the floor, or you can keep them lifted. Again, let's come into high plank, bend the knees, either they touch the floor or they hover, pull the hips back and up. One more time, at your own pace. And we meet in downward facing dog, right leg rises. Bend the right knee, open up the hip. Circle the right knee in one direction. And in the other. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right elbow touch. And then wild thing, peel open. Right foot steps behind the left leg for 3. On your next exhale, let's step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, extended pyramid pose. Now breathing in, lift the chest like a halfway lift. Exhale, bend the right knee, plant your left heel. Reverse warrior open. Right arm reaches up and over. As you breathe out, Skandasana to the left. Now the right hand comes underneath the right shoulder, pivot into a lunge, left arm reaches up. Either stay there or continue to pivot onto the outer blades of the feet, left arm reaches back. Now as you breathe in, lift the hips, left arm reaches over the left ear. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, square the hips, both arms reach alongside the ears, power lunge. Exhale, chair pose, hands to the heart space. High mountain rise. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift to breathe in. Plant the hands, step back, high plank. Come all the way down to the belly. Oscillating cobra, make it feel good. Inhale, lift the chest. Maybe going a little higher than normal. Exhale, lower, if that feels nice. Inhale, lift, pressing into the finger pads. Exhale, lower. One more, inhale. Exhale, lower. Stay down here. Let's reach the right arm out to the right. Bend the left knee. Roll onto your right side. Hold it. And then come back onto your belly. Switch. So bend the right elbow, right knee. Extend your left arm out to the left. Roll onto your left side. And then come back onto the belly, hands slide underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, make your way through child's pose to downward facing dog. High plank, roll forward. Bend the knees, send the hips back and up, downward facing dog. 2 more, high plank, rounding the spine. Bend the knees, arch the back, pull back. Last one, high plank. Bend the knees, pull back. Let's come back to high plank, your vinyasa of choice. We meet downward facing dog. Left leg rises, inhale. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. Circle out that left knee in one direction. And in the other. 3-legged dog, straighten left leg. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Peel open, wild thing. On your next exhale, left foot steps to the top left corner of the mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, extended pyramid pose, 1 breath. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, rebend the left knee. Ground your right heel. Reverse warrior, rise up. As you breathe out, Skandasana to the right. Left hand finds the top left corner of the mat. Pivot into a lunge. Right arm reaches up. Either stay there or come onto the outer blades of the feet. Right hand reaches towards your left foot. Inhale, lift the hips, rainbow your right arm over your right ear. Exhale, drop the hips, right hand reaches back. 2 more, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, square the hips. Look forward, power lunge, inhale. Chair pose, hands at the heart space. High mountain rise. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant the hands, step back, high plank. Come all the way down to the belly. Let's interlace the hands at the lower back. Deep breath in and out to prepare. And then let's lift the chest and arms only for 5, 4, 3, thinking of length through the spine, 2, and 1, release. Switch the bind of the hands, and then we will do the same, just lifting the legs. So the opposite thumb is crossed on top. Deep breath in and out to prepare. Inhale to lift everything. For 5, think of length, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, hands underneath the shoulders, downward facing dog. High plank, inhale. Your vinyasa, exhale. Into upward facing dog or cobra. Back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. As you breathe in, right leg rises. Right knee to right elbow, touch. Wild thing, peel open. Exhale, let's drop the hips 1 time. Inhale, lift the hips. Right foot steps to the top right corner of the mat. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. Exhale, extended pyramid pose. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, bend the right knee, ground your left heel, reverse warrior. Now into half moon, right fingertips find the floor. And then back to reverse warrior, as slowly as possible. Into half moon, back to reverse warrior. Into half moon, and we hold. See if you can bend your left knee. Maybe left hand touches the left foot. Maybe you can hold the left foot, in which case kick into your hand, open up the chest and the hip a little more. Maybe challenge your gaze by looking up. Slowly release. Step back without a sound, reverse warrior. Skandasana to the left. Once again, right hand goes underneath the right shoulder. Pivot onto the outer blades of the feet, left arm reaches back. Inhale, lift the hips, left arm reaches over your left ear. Come into wild thing. And then let's step the left foot to the top left corner of the mat once again. Both arms reach forward. Active squat, right foot steps to the top right corner. Bring your left hand down, right arm reaches up. Now the left leg will cross behind the right leg. So we're stepping the left foot off the mat to the right, and we're on the outer blade of that left foot. The right leg is bent, right arm reaches up. From here, push into your left hand. Right foot will step over the left leg to the back of the mat, fallen star. And then let's sit down. Open up the legs maybe a little bit more. Let's side bend over the right leg. Breathe in. Swoop the arms forward. Side bend over the left leg. Swoop the arms forward. Side bend over the right leg. Swoop the arms forward. Side bend over the left. Come back through center. Bring your left hand behind your left hip. Lift into fallen star. Right hand comes underneath the right shoulder. Three-legged dog, left leg in the air. Three-legged plank. Three-legged chaturanga. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog.
Breathe in and out. And last time, left leg rises. Left knee to left elbow. Peel open, wild thing. Exhale, tap the hips to the floor. Inhale, lift the hips, wild thing. Left foot steps to the top left corner of the mat. Exhale, extended pyramid. Breathe in, lift the chest. Exhale, bend the left knee, ground the right heel, reverse warrior, rise up. Half moon 3 times. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, half moon. Trying to go as delicately as possible. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, half moon. Hold it. Bend the right knee. Maybe catch your right foot. If you can, then you can kick into your right hand. Finding a little bit more opening. Keeping this left leg super strong so we're not just hyperextending at the knee. So try to keep squeezing your thigh. You can always have a little bit of a bend as well if you have any knee pain. And then slowly release. Let's come back to reverse warrior. Skandasana to the right, exhale. Left hand finds the floor underneath your left shoulder, right arm reaches up. Pivot onto the outer blades of the feet. Lift the hips, right arm reaches over right ear. Come into wild thing. And then right foot immediately steps to the top right corner of the mat. Both arms reach forward, active squat. Right hand comes down to the floor, left arm reaches up. Right leg crosses behind the left, hold it here. And then we're gonna step that left foot over the right leg to fallen star. And then breathing out, sit down nice and slowly. Take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine. Bring the hands in front of your chest, opposite hand to opposite shoulder, and let's circle the chest. In one direction, keeping the spine long. And in the other. Come back through center. Bring your fingertips on the mat, point the toes. We're going to internally rotate and externally rotate at the hips. So bring your big toe down, pinky toe down. So the movement is coming from here. And let's do that for 5. And even if it's tiny little movement or it feels really weird in the beginning, don't worry, it'll get a little better if you do it more. But yes, the movement could be really microscopic, which is completely fine. And notice maybe you have one leg doing it better than the other, just paying attention. And then let's keep the legs externally rotated. Maybe flex the toes, deep breath and lengthen. Exhale, fold. And when you fold, try to think we're not only extending the legs, we're also extending the spine. So we're trying to point the tailbone back and up towards the sky. So almost if you think of arching your back, that's kind of the engagement that you want. And let's slowly make our way back up. Right hand goes behind the right hip. We come back to fallen star. Big push on that right leg. Left hand plants underneath the left shoulder. 3-legged dog, right leg in the air. 3-legged plank. 3-legged chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. And downward facing dog, exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let's walk the hands all the way back to the feet. Grab opposite hand to opposite elbow. Keep a generous bend in the knees. And just let yourself hang here for a moment. You can also interlace the hands at the back of your head and just allow that weight to release the neck a little bit if that feels good. Slowly release the hands on the mat. Bend the knees a lot, one vertebra at a time. Roll up to high mountain. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Let's come high on the toes. And then slowly lower hips to heels. Arms can be wherever you want. From here, we're going to lean back, bring the knees down on the mat, and then lift the knees, bring the heels. 2 more times, lift the heels, bring the knees. Lift the knees, bring the heels. 1 more, lift the heels, bring the knees. Lift the knees, bring the heels down. Let's bring the knees back down on the mat. Stand on your knees, hands on the lower back for camel pose. Press the hips forward. Let's squeeze the shoulder blades together. Open up the heart. You can stay there, or if it feels nice, you can bring your hands down to your ankles. Hold for 5. Keep pressing the hips forward, lifting the chest. 4. And then very slowly, one hand at a time on your lower back. And let's untuck the toes, sit on the heels. Hands rest on your knees. Close your eyes. Notice your breath. Notice how you're feeling after this short practice. Notice how just a little bit of movement can completely shift your state mentally and physically. We're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it all go. Now breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out through the nose for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And come back to your natural breath. With the eyes closed, we're going to make our way all the way down to the mat into Savasana. Releasing your arms alongside your body, allowing yourself to drift away. If you would like to open the hips a little more, you can bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide apart for an extra stretch.
And once you're comfortable, try to resist any urge to move. You can stay here for as long as feels good. Try to listen to your body. Just know that your body is always communicating with you, and it is our job to quiet the mind, to tune in, and to get better at listening. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next class. Namaste.